Good morning, boys and girls. This is Lesson 2, Combined Volume of Prisms. This is for the week of April 13th. Your learning goal today is students will be able to use the volume formula in order to determine the volume of a solid figure that is the combination of two or more rectangular prisms. So let's review our skill from last week. Volume is length times width times height. And I just want to give you a moment to think, what is the volume of this rectangular prism? And I'll give you a second. Okay, so you should have found that the length is 10 and the width is 4. And if I multiply 10 times 4, that gives me 40. But I'm not done because I still need to multiply that 40 by the height of 5. And if I multiply 40 by 5, that gives me 200. Just like last week, we determined that the picture didn't give us any units to go off of, so these are just going to be labeled as units. It doesn't tell us inches, feet, centimeters, yards, etc. So my answer for this problem is 200 cubic units. I could have also written this as 200 units with that 3 above to represent cubic units as the abbreviation. So volume can also be found by multiplying the base times the height. And the base, all that is the length times the width. So if I'm looking down here, this would be the length and the width. And that would give me the base of my prism. And then I would take that base and multiply it by my height. So you could do it either way. You could do length times width times height, or you could also do base times height. So in this example below, we did the base, which is 56 square centimeters, and then they took that 56 square centimeters and multiplied it by the height of 6 centimeters to give them a total volume of 336 centimeters cubed, or cubic centimeters. So today's focus is finding volume of combined rectangular prisms, and we're going to partition or split the entire rectangular prism into smaller rectangular prisms. So I want you to think about for a second, where would you split this particular rectangular prism to make two smaller rectangular prisms? And I'm going to give you a hint. You want to make sure that you can see or figure out the length, width, and height of your new rectangular prisms, your two smaller ones. So go ahead and take a second to look that over. So where I split these, this particular prism is where this red line is. And I think that it makes the most sense to split it here, because if I split it here, it gives me two new rectangular prisms that already have given me the length, the width, and the height of my two new rectangular prisms. Okay, so let's take a look at what I mean by that. So here we have split the rectangular prisms, and here is the split again. And we now have two new rectangular prisms. We have prism A and we have prism B. So if I take a look, I'm going to just start with prism A, and I'm going to try to find the length, the width, and the height for this prism. Now take a look here. I'm going to highlight. Right here says 7 centimeters. That 7 centimeters is this entire side. Okay, but we're working on prism A. So does 7 centimeters make sense for me to use? No, it does not. So 7 centimeters is not something that I'm going to be using to find the volume of prism A. I need to take a look at the 4 centimeters. That would be my length, okay, because it covers the entire length of prism A. 2 centimeters would give me the width of prism A, and 5 centimeters would give me the correct height of prism A. Okay, so 5 centimeters represents the height of this prism now that I've split it into two new prisms. So over here, what we did was we took the length and the width and the height and we multiplied it. 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 times 5 is 40, and it is correctly labeled as 40 cubic centimeters. Okay, so prism A is done. Now I need to move on to prism B, and I need to do the same thing and find the length, the width, and the height for prism B. So I can already see that this 6 centimeters represents this entire side. So I know that 6 is going to be my width, okay? So I'm going to highlight that 6. I can see that this 4 centimeters here represents this entire side, so that's going to be my length. And 2 centimeters takes up the height of my prism. So I know that I'm going to be multiplying 4 times 6 times 2, my length times my width times my height. Okay, so if I do that, I have 4 times 6 times 2. I know that 4 times 6 is 24, and 24 times 2 gives me 48 cubic centimeters. Now I'm not done because I need to know the volume of this entire rectangular prism combined. So I'm going to take the volume that I got from prism A and add it to the volume that I got from prism B, and I'm going to take 40 cubic centimeters plus 48 cubic centimeters and get a total of 88 cubic centimeters. Okay. All right, so that is our examples for today. Your work is going to include completing Reteach to Build Understanding 10-4, and you are also going to complete your guided practice, page 607 and 608. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out via Schoology or email, and I will be there to assist you. Good luck.